We live lives that exhibit God's goodness to a watching world. Sometimes we think that the commands are there in Scripture as a set of hoops that God has set in front of us. So if we just jump through all the hoops the right way, then we'll get in. Hey, good boy. God pats our head like we're a little dog. Come on in. It's not the picture. God gives us His command. God gives us His law. God gives us His word, His teaching, His instruction. Because it's good for us. And as we live that out, as we, as Jesus said, hold to His teaching, as we align our lives with His ways, then the world around us can see Jesus. We exhibit God's goodness. We exhibit not our goodness. Hey, I can keep those 10 commandments. I can keep those 613 commandments. I can do the stuff Jesus said, hey, look at me, aren't I great? But because God's commands, because God's law, because God's teaching comes as a response to what He's already done, then when we live by them, when we live in accordance with them, it points to God. It exhibits His goodness. And the world's watching. Not all the news about Christians in the last few years has been real happy. Have y'all noticed that? Y'all noticed any of the news about church leaders? You noticed any of the headlines about church leaders that have done the wrong thing? And not just the wrong thing like, uh-oh, I stubbed my toe, but uh-oh, I'm going to jail. And not just for a year, but for the rest of my life. Have y'all seen that? The world is watching. They need to see us, and not just us pastors. They need to see all the people who say, I belong to Jesus, all the people who name themselves Christians, exhibiting God's goodness that comes from aligning ourselves with Jesus. The world is watching.